Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Welcome. Hello, it's lovely to see most of your faces. My name is Rory John. You can call me RJ for short. I've been chatting to a few of you. Some of you may have been chatting with Coach Charisse. Others of you maybe have been chatting with our Coach Patty. But it's so lovely to see you all today. So, before we start anything, team, very important, we need to get our physiology in the right place. I need you to sit up tall in your chair, chest up, shoulders back. Take your arms out, squeeze your shoulder blades together, take a deep breath in, inhale and exhale. Chest up, chin up, smile on your face. It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. Team, my name is RJ. It's so lovely to be with you all this morning. Some of you are new to the program. Some of you, this is your first time meeting us. Some of you have joined us for courses already, and some of you are enrolled in our upcoming courses. So today's session is very much about introducing ourselves to you, so you get a good understanding of who we are, what our academy is about, and the overall breakdown of our programs. We are also going to have a section on what makes an incredible coach. We're going to be sharing our stories with you, and at the end we will be doing an open Q&A. So if there is any questions that you have, team, please write them down so you can ask them later on, or you can pop a message into the chat box and we will answer it at the end. All right, fantastic stuff, team. I'm going to share my screen with you. Let me know, team, can you see my screen? Yes, can you see the slides? Give me a thumbs up. Fantastic work. So team, the first thing I am going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to open your chat box, and we want to know, who are you? Tell us your name, where you're from in the world, and why you are on this workshop. Let's go, team. Open up that chat box and let us know. Where are you from in the world? What is your name and why are you here with us today? It's always lovely to get a good understanding of where our students are from. Very diverse here from all sides of the world. We are from South Africa, currently in Doha. Hello, Doreen. Doreen, I hope I'm saying your name right, from Lebanon. Want to learn and enjoy beautiful stuff. All right, we got Richard from Uganda, but currently in Qatar. We have Disha from Mumbai, India, to understand a little bit more about running a business. Love it. Gigi from the Philippines, currently in Doha. Alex from South Africa, I'm here to change my life and open doors I didn't even know existed. Beautiful. Eddie from Fiji, based in Qatar. I want to pick up a personal training certification to help me and my missus get fit for the new year. Love it. Jennifer from Scotland, living in Qatar. Create new opportunities. So your messages are coming in too fast for me to read. Create new opportunities and explore other jobs. Amal in Qatar to learn and grow. Amy from the UK, living in Qatar, here to continue my Pilates certification. Ethan, what's up, Ethan? To help people achieve their dream and change my life. Amal from Qatar. Eliza from Qatar, beautiful stuff. Hey, Deepti from India. Wow, we got all sides of the globe today. Wants to be healthy, body, mind, and soul, and spread the same. Wab from Doha for Pilates, and Milagras from Nicaragua, now in Doha. Incredible, team. So lovely to see you all from all sides of the planet, and Serene from Lebanon. Beautiful, team. I will keep going through those as we proceed. So now that we know a little bit about you, let us tell you a bit about who we are. So our mission is very simple. We help the change makers of the world improve their well-being. That is our mission. Myself and Coach Charisse, this is the mission we've been on for the better part of our career. So you might ask, what is a change maker? A change maker is very simple. It's one who refuses to settle for anything less than they can be, do, or give. Team, you know a change maker when you see it. Tell me, and I want you to raise your hand if you've had this experience. Do you know the feeling when someone walks into a room and automatically the energy increases? Who's experienced that before? Raise your hand if you've ever experienced that in your life. You know that person who's always proactive. They're positive. They're solution orientated. They are the ones that want to take you for a workout. They are the ones that focus on growth instead of gossip and problems. This is a change maker. They are always willing to improve themselves and to help other people do the same. That is the essence of what a change maker is. And we need more people like this in the world. Team, Complainers are a dime a dozen. People who focus on the negative. People who choose the easy path over what is difficult. This is unfortunately the majority of the world. We are building a team of change makers so that we can change that. So that we can have more influence, more positivity, and better health and wellness in the world. And by the fact that you are with us here on a Saturday morning, I can tell that you are a change maker too. Because only a change maker would invest in themselves when you could be watching Netflix, right? So that is the essence of what we are and what we do. Hey, what's up, Esther from Kenya? So in Ignite, our vision is a world of healthy, confident, and emotionally intelligent people that positively impact their communities. That's what we want to create through the coaches we certify, through the people that we are able to help. Team, how beautiful would it be to live in a world or in a community where people were healthy, they liked themselves, they were kind to other people, and they were confident to build the things that they want to build? Who thinks that would make the world a better place? Who would like to live in this place? Personally, this is what we're on the mission to create. Because when everyone is confident and healthy and they care about other people, that's how the world gets better. And that is what we are here to do, and that is what we are here to create in our works. So, a little bit about me on my journey. So I started out as a very overweight, very immobile kid with not a lot of confidence and a lot of frustration. Now here's the thing. The majority of coaches have a backstory. They themselves struggled and they used a new path to get better, to lose weight, to build confidence, to improve themselves. Or they saw a family member or someone close to them go through something hard, and now they are inspired to give back and help them change. So for me, that was my journey. I was overweight. I was born with shortened Achilles tendons, which meant I wasn't very mobile. I couldn't be active, and that really affected my confidence. Team, who of you here have a similar story? How many of you went through something yourself, improved your own self, and now want to give back to others? Let us know in the chat. Because that origin story, it's like any good superhero movie, right? The superhero always comes from a troubled or a challenging past. They overcome it, and then they want to serve the world and make it better. So for me, I went through the same transition. I got into the gym, and luckily, I found the two biggest guys in the gym, and I asked them if I could train with them. Now, that was a very bad mistake because I couldn't feel any part of my body for about 2 weeks. But putting myself in front of people who were better than me, getting into fitness, putting personal development into my ears, reading books, listening to podcasts, surrounding myself with positivity, completely changed my life. I was able to lose the weight, to get strong, to get confident, and to overcome much of the frustration and anxiety that comes from being unhealthy. So this is what really helped me in my life. Now, once I finished my high school, I decided to become a lawyer. Now, I studied law for 4 years, and I was very grateful and very proud to have achieved so much in those 4 years. I was able to come within the top 10 of the country in what I did. I won debating competitions, and by the end of my 4-year qualification, I had a bunch of job offers that I could go into. My superpower was not that I was smarter than other people. It was that my body and my mind were so conditioned and so healthy that it allowed me to perform at my best. Guys, who knows the feeling of having a good workout and feeling like you can conquer the world after you've exercised? Who's ever experienced that before? Or even just being around someone positive, right? It gets your energy higher. Now, like any good story, I was meant to become a lawyer, and then I met a girl. Now, this girl invited me to something called a retreat. Now, to me, I thought we were going to sit in the forest, bang on some drums and meditate. And it turned out to not be the case. On this retreat, this girl asked me questions and took us through activities that helped me reflect on what was really important for me, what my values were, the difference I wanted to make in the world. And it broke my model of the world. I thought I had to go down this career path. I was following what I thought I should do in my life. And I don't know if you've ever experienced that yourself. You go down the career path. You go with the person you think you should be with. But these are all conditioned beliefs, right? And she broke that model of the world. As soon as I finished that retreat, I finished my qualification, I turned down the job offers, and I went, Mom and Dad, I'm not going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a personal trainer instead. Can you imagine how that conversation went? Luckily for me, I had a very supportive family. And to cut a long story short, I took the little money I had, waited for Black Friday, and bought myself a personal training qualification. And I started working as a PT. This girl mentored me. By the way, she was doing much greater work than I was. As a lawyer, I was working 9 to 5, and I was getting paid for people to shout at me. As a PT, I could have a flexible schedule, and I got paid to shout at other people. And it was a fantastic trade-off. So I entered into this industry, and I was lucky enough to have a mentor. But after a while of helping people improve their fitness, doing workouts, giving them nutrition plans, I realized that that's not the whole picture, right? The physical side is only one piece. People started coming to us with all of their problems, their goals, their dreams, their anxieties. And we did so much talking during our workouts that we figured, why not become a life coach so we can help them in a more holistic way? And that's exactly what we did. And we were able to help people transform not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too, to truly understand the bigger picture of what it takes to help someone live a healthy, happy, fulfilled life. And that is the cornerstone of what being a health and wellness coach is about. Now, this was all good and well, but we had one very, very big problem. And that problem was that there wasn't enough of us. It was just us two. And there's only so many hours in the day. And we wanted to continue to do this work. We wanted to continue to spread this positive influence and help people transform. So the solution for that was Ignite Coaching Academy. We started deciding to take what we had learned and teach other people how to coach. If I can teach one person how to coach and you go out and have 10 clients, we have impacted 10 more lives than we never would have been able to impact before. And that is why we became the Ignite Coaching Academy, so that we could give this back to aspiring and current coaches. Like I said earlier, some of you here are here to become a life coach, to become a Pilates instructor, to become a personal trainer, or to become a health and wellness coach. We support the people like you that want to make a difference by giving you the foundational education and knowledge to do that job at the highest level. Life coaching and emotional intelligence, how to understand the human mind and create change, how to shift someone's mindset and change their behavior. Fitness and nutrition, how to help people get physically healthy through exercise and diet. And of course, our specific qualifications like Pilates, like yoga, and pre and postnatal training, so that you can take those modalities and help people improve themselves. And of course, the business skills to back all of that up. So after all of this, I realized that I was very, very lucky to have a mentor. Because it's not easy, right? It's not easy starting out in a new career. So what I'd like to do now is, you know that girl I told you about that took me to the retreat and basically got me to change careers? I was lucky enough to convince her to become my wife. Self high five for that. Now I am very privileged to be able to introduce her to you so she can mentor you and guide you just like she did for me. So team, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the camera for 30 seconds so Coach Charisse can come on. In that time, I need you to move your body. I need you to get your energy up so that when she comes on, you are ready to go. Team, does that make sense? Yes? High energy, chest up, shoulders back. Let's go. All good.
Good morning, change makers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So lovely to see your beautiful faces this morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. So I see there's a few messages that have come through. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see some hearts. Beautiful. So team, what I want you to do is I want you to shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake out all the bad energy from 2025. Shake out all the stress from 2025. It's a new year with new opportunities to become whatever you want to become, to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And team, I have a question for you. What is the capabilities of any human being? What is the potential, the capabilities, the possibilities of any human being? Let me know in the chat box. What is the capabilities or the possibilities of anyone? Of me, of you, of the person next to you? What are we capable of as a human being? Let me know in the chat box. So Amy says anything. We are capable of anything if we want it enough, right? If there's anyone that has done anything, that means that you can also do it. If there's anyone that has achieved anything, that means that you can also do it. We have fears, we have limiting beliefs, we don't know the strategy, and that's what stops us. But we have the same genetical makeup, we have the same DNA. Absolutely, techno, anything we put our mind to, we are capable of turning the impossible to possible. Love it, Kayobs. Jennifer says to make a positive change, to begin a habit, to handle more from Amal's view. Beautiful. Deepti says, whatever we can put on our mind with whole dedication, we can pursue that. And isn't that exciting? Isn't it exciting to know that anything we want to do, we can do it, right? So I'm going to give you a little bit of introduction to myself before I start with my workshop, right? So I started in my fitness career in 2010 at just 17 years old, right? So I was quite young when I started, and I started a very long time ago, right? I've been in the fitness industry now for 16 years almost, mashallah, right? I was lucky enough to travel the world as a personal trainer. I started out working on the cruise ships. I traveled from country to country. I worked all over the world. I've worked in Hong Kong. I've worked in Italy. I've worked in Australia. I've worked in Hong Kong. I've worked in Qatar. I've worked in Kuwait. Right, so I traveled all over the world working as a trainer. And then I started realizing that there's more than just training the body. Right, I started working out with clients, and I started realizing that even though some people work out, even though they show up for the sessions, it takes a lot more to change a body, right? Anyone here ever started a training program before, right? What do you think is the most important thing when it comes to creating a healthier lifestyle? When it comes to instilling a new habit, breaking an old habit, eating healthier? Is what makes you successful a good eating plan? Yes or no? Let me know. Is a good eating plan what makes you successful? Let me see those hands. If you can, turn those cameras on so I can see your beautiful faces. Good eating plan? Absolutely, Aliza. What about a good workout program, right? It's the beginning of the year. We get a good workout program. That means in 3 months, we're going to be at the dream body. Who agrees? Good workout program? Right? Okay, so Zoom user, I don't know who you are, but Mohammed, Zoom user, they're optimistic, right? They're positive. That's great. Kayob says fitness starts from the kitchen. Who agrees with Kayobs? Does fitness start from the kitchen? Where does real transformation start from? Who can tell me in the chat box? Where does real transformation, real change, where does it start from? It starts from one place. The decision before the kitchen. starts from here, right? It starts from the mind. Because if you don't have the right mindset, right, you're going to go to the kitchen, but you're not going to eat healthy, right? And some of you may know that because you've experienced it. And working for more than a decade in the industry, I started realizing it starts from inside. Absolutely, Mohammed. It starts from your mind and having a clear direction, having a clear path. Absolutely, Remy. Right, so I started realizing that there's more than just the physical body. And that's what goes on within the mind. Right, and that's why we started working as life coaches, because we started realizing as a trainer, you need a lot more than just a good eating program, and you need a lot more than just a good exercise program. But you need to know how to influence a person's mindset. You need to know how to help a person shift a deep-rooted belief inside of themselves that says, I am not capable. I am not capable of doing that. It's not possible for me to achieve that. No, I could never be that kind of person that does that. And that's where we started seeing real massive change, right? Is when we started working with the mindset. We started working with the beliefs and the habits. So we've spent years working as a health and wellness coach, empowering, guiding, and supporting others. And I absolutely love the job that I do. I'm so passionate about the work and the influence that I get to create. And I'm extremely grateful that we've been able to launch a business where we're able to help others do the same thing. Okay, so I want to find out how many of you came here for a specific reason. Put your hands up nice and high. I want to see you. Do it proudly. How many of you came here because you're searching for more? You're searching for more fulfillment, perhaps career fulfillment. How many of you came here because you love empowering others? And if your camera's off and you want to show me a virtual hand, that's fine as well, right? Virtual hand counts too. Right, so we all came here because we want more. We want something more from our lives. We want to be more. We want to do more. We want to give more. And that's who we are, right? We are the change makers. Right, so if you came here searching for more, you came to the right place. So let's find out, Remy times 2, right? Raise the hands, raise the legs, raise the kittens, anything that you can get your hands on. Obviously, I'm obsessed with kittens, so it has to just come through, right? Anything you can get it, raise it up, right? So what is a coach? What is a coach? A coach is someone who helps people get from where they are to where they want to be. Right? There's someone who helps to improve the physical, the mental, the health, to gain more energy, and most importantly, to create the life that they truly want. Right? You're not just helping someone to achieve a goal, right? That's awesome. We help people achieve their goals. We help people increase their finances. We help people improve their emotions. We help people eat better so they feel better. But most importantly, what we do is we help people give their lives back, their happiness, their fulfillment, their confidence back. And when you're able to do that, when you see someone who shifts and who changes and who becomes someone different with your guidance and your support and your strategies, it's so powerful, right? Isn't it powerful, Denise? Absolutely. It's one of the most powerful feelings ever. Every single week, I have goosebumps, right? I have goosebumps at the transformation. I have goosebumps at the change, right? I feel so empowered being able to empower others. So, it's not about what we get that makes us happy, but it's rather about who we become in the process. It's not about how much money we make. It's not about what we have in our lives that makes us happy, but it's who we become, and it's the other people that we can bring along in the journey, and that's where true fulfillment comes from. So why do I love being a coach, right? In the 16 years, I've tried once or twice, trying other things, more corporate. Lasted about 6 months and I was like, no, this work schedule is not for me. Listening to rules, it's not for me, right? So this work isn't a job, it's a calling. You know if you've been called to do this work. And the first reason that I love being a health and wellness coach is the lifestyle, right? If freedom is something that's valuable to you, then this is the ideal career for you to be in, because coaching gives you freedom. Freedom to design your own schedule, right? I remember back in the day when I was working full-time as a PT, I remember those 5 a.m. mornings, right? Those 6 a.m. mornings, waking up every single morning at 4, 5 a.m. to get to that client, working until 7, 8 p.m. And then when I started doing coaching, health and wellness coaching, I started realizing, okay, well, I get to control my own schedule. Guess what was the first thing that got kicked out of the schedule? No 5 a.m.s, no 6 a.m.s, no 7 a.m.s. 2 or 3 years down the line, no 8 a.m.s, no 9 a.m.s. Now, if you get me to work with you before 10 a.m. in the morning, you're someone very special, right? So coaching gives you freedom. It gives you the freedom to design your own schedule, to work from anywhere in the world. We've just gotten back to Doha after spending 2 months in South Africa, right? We're going to be here for 2 months and then we're going to be going back to South Africa, then we're going to be going to Canada. And the beautiful thing is we can travel wherever we want and still be able to work, still be able to see our clients, still be able to deliver workshops like this with anyone from anywhere in the world. You get to choose who you want to work with, and you get to build a career that's aligned with your own values. The second reason why I love this job is because of the purpose it gives me. To wake up every single day and inspire real change. To be the voice that helps someone to believe in themselves again. Because let me ask you, have any of you ever been in a stage in your life where you felt lost? Where you lost a part of yourself, you lost an element of your life. You maybe were unmotivated, or you were unhappy with your health, or you were unhappy with your weight, or you were demotivated in your work, or you felt purposeless. Anyone ever gone through a hard time like that? I'm sure each and every single one of us have, right? And it's very difficult when you're stuck in the rut, when you're in the depth of the hurt, right? Look how many yeses we're getting. Absolutely, we've all been there. But how difficult is it when you're stuck in it to pull yourself out? It's really difficult. It's really challenging. But what if you had someone there with you? What if you had a guide? What if you had a mentor? What if you had someone on your team that encouraged you, that supported you, that showed you empathy, that showed you grace and kindness, and helped you to strategize every single step of the way, and kept you accountable, and cheered for you when you achieved success, and comforted you when you felt off track? How many of you think that it would be a lot easier to achieve what you wanted to achieve with a role model, with a guide, with a supporter, with a coach in your corner? Right? And that's why coaching exists. It's because we get to be that external perspective. We get to be that voice, that motivator, that cheerleader, that supporter that someone needs to be able to believe in themselves again. To be able to take that step in the right direction. Because momentum equals power. Once I start going, I start getting better. And once I start seeing results, everything gets better. Right? And I see it in the gym all the time. Someone comes and they're depressed and they hate their body and like everything in their life just seems upside down. And they start with working out, right? That's where they usually start. They start working out and they're like, okay, I start to feel more confident. Okay, I'm feeling stronger, feeling better. They're like, okay, let's tackle this eating thing, right? I'm going to eat healthier. And then the real work comes, right? Then we tackle the mind, the mindset, and the emotions, and everything changes, and this person changes, right? It's not just physical, but it's mentally and emotionally. We get to inspire that change. Another great thing about being a coach is that there's limitless potential, right? You get to coach, inspire. You could create programs, group programs, one-on-one. You could run retreats. You could work online. You could work in a gym. You could work in a wellness center. You could work on a cruise ship. You could work on a yacht. You could even start your own business that you could run from anywhere in the world that you like. The beautiful thing about this career is it's a career with unlimited potential. If you have a coaching certification, you can go and do that in any single country, anywhere in the world, anywhere you like. And most importantly, you get to make money. Let's not forget about the limitless earning potential, right? Coaches make a very good amount of money. When I was working in South Africa as a coach, I was amongst the highest earnings out of all my friends, right? From a very young age. In Doha, we know most coaches are making between 10 to 30,000 reals a month, right? Working a schedule, working a lifestyle that fills you up, right? So Mohammed says, how to get the certification? Mohammed, you have to just be a little bit patient with us. Rory's going to explain a little bit more about the different kinds of certifications that you can get at the end of the training, right? So it's a job with so many limitless, endless potential, right? And if you're someone who is interested in health and wellness and helping others, then this career is for you. So what makes a successful coach, right? There's 5 things that I think makes a successful coach. And we'll go a lot deeper into this in our actual trainings, right? But the first thing is the mindset. A powerful coach has a deep understanding of the neuroscience, what's going on internally in your mind. And they understand how your thoughts and your beliefs affect your life, right? So a good coach has to know how to shift their own mindsets and how to help clients shift their mindset. The second important thing is a coach knows how to manage their own state. They know how to show up. They can take care of their own physical and mental well-being. And state is not something that you're born with. Good energy, high energy, confidence, it's not something that you're born with. It's not something that you do or do not have. It's something that's learned through a strategy. How many of you understand what a strategy is? What is a strategy? Can anyone tell me in the chat box, what is a strategy? If I wanted to bake a cake or bake a casserole or bake anything, I'm fitness, right? I don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. A strategy is a plan. It's the steps, right? It's the strategy on how to get what you're trying to achieve. It's the steps that you follow, absolutely, Remy, on how to achieve the goal. So if I wanted to bake a cake, I would get a recipe, right? It would give me the exact instructions, the exact ingredients, and I would know roughly what to do. I could edit the recipe. I could add different flavors. I could add extra chocolate chips. But the recipe is going to give me the basic foundation of how to do it. Deep T says a strategy is planning with all facts, pros and cons with end results. And that's the beautiful thing about psychology. That's the beautiful thing about fitness, is there's a bunch of strategies, right? So to manage your own state, to be happier, to have more energy, there's a certain strategy that you follow. It's steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You do this with your thoughts. You do this with your questions. You do this with your body. You do this with your physiology, right? It's steps that you follow one by one by one. And luckily for us, we're able to role model success. There's been thousands of people that have done this before. So we put a strategy. This is how you manage your state. This is how you tap in to peak energy. So let's practice it. I want you to sit up nice and tall. I want you to put a beautiful big smile on your face. I want you to shake it out and get some energy in the body, right? Did you know that if you get up and you dance and you shake your booty, you will feel more energetic. Scientific strategy. Next time you're feeling low on energy, get up, shake your booty, and you're going to be feeling better already, right? Tip for you. So, great coaches, successful coaches, they know how to show up, right? They know how to manage their own state. They know how to take care of their physical and their mental well-being. They role model success. They learn from people who have already mastered it. They learn how to carry themselves with confidence, clarity, and congruence. They're not perfect because we don't believe in perfection, right? Because perfection is boring. When we understand deeper into psychology and what we do with all of our coaches, we go deeper into what creates fulfillment. And a massive part of fulfillment is growth, is developing yourself, learning more, being better than you were yesterday. That's what creates fulfillment. Perfection is boring. If you're perfect, you've got nowhere to grow. That means you've got no fulfillment. So we don't believe in perfection. We believe in practicing what we preach. We believe in constantly improving and learning and getting better and becoming the best versions of ourselves by putting in our maximum effort. Right? The next thing that you have to do is have the actual knowledge and the strategies that we discussed, right? So in order to be a successful coach, you need to be well-versed in science-backed tools, behavioral psychology, how to change someone's behavior, life coaching tools, how to actually influence, how to communicate, how to instill strategies of mindset and emotions, emotional intelligence, learning how to manage your state to not allow stress and overwhelm to get you. Exercise science, how does one actually exercise for the different specific goals? How does one eat correctly? So nutrition. And this is what gives you the wellness coach. And finally, what makes a successful coach is someone who lives with purpose. These are the change makers. They go out and they do. They don't just talk about change. They don't just talk about transformation, but they embody it. They live it. They lead from the front. They show up. They inspire. They take action, they're out there doing the work, and they're bringing everyone with them. So team, how many of you believe that in your heart and soul, you are a change maker? Put your hands up nice and high, let me see you. Beautiful. So I want you to put your other hand up, and I want you to give yourself a nice big round of applause. That is all that I have for you two today. So Rory's going to take you a little bit further on what would be the next steps. If this sounds like this is for you, what would be the next steps? So team, I hope to see you. For those of you that I don't know, I do know some of you. For those of you that I do know, I still hope I see you sometime here now in our visit to Doha. For the rest of you, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. And hopefully see you in the future. Goodbye, team. Thank you.
All right, lovely team. Thank you so much. Let us now go on to some of the technical details. How are we doing so far, team? We still good? Final stretch? Beautiful, team. So now that we've given you a good overview, and I hope you really feel what it means to be a change maker and what it means to be a coach. So what I'd like to do now, team, is I'd like to go into the technical side just for the final portion of this workshop, to show you exactly how to make this a reality. Now, before we go into this, team, like I said at the start, some of you are here because you've already joined us for a course. Some of you are here because you've enrolled in the Pilates certification that we have coming up shortly. And some of you are brand new and you're considering taking a step into this career. So I'm going to share all the course information so that you have the full picture view. And as soon as we've done that, we're going to go into some Q&A. So overall, team, our main program that we use to create coaches that are true change makers is our Health and Wellness Coach Diploma. Taking the Health and Wellness Coach Diploma equips you with everything you need to transform someone physically and mentally. Now, what does that entail? It's made up of a few core components. Number one is the Life Coaching Certification. This program teaches you how to communicate with people and the art and skill of coaching. How do you ask powerful questions that help people take accountability and responsibility and break through in the areas that they want to break through in? Now, as a life coach, you can work in any domain, in health, relationships, career, finances. The point of coaching is that person that's there to help you grow. So in that life coaching certification, we give you the ability to do that, to work with people, to expand themselves, to create a change, and to achieve the goals that they have set, regardless of what area those goals are in. Next up, that's part of this program, is the emotional intelligence component. Here, we learn all about the human mind, behavior, and emotion. What is the human brain? How does it work? Why do we do the crazy things that we do? Why do we self-sabotage? How do we overcome stress and anxiety and self-doubt? That is what the emotional intelligence program consists of. So with your life coaching and your emotional intelligence training, you learn how to transform someone's mind and their behavior. Now, the second two components are the personal training and nutrition coach part of the health and wellness program. With the personal training, you will learn how to build fitness programs and deliver fitness sessions that help people build a strong body. With the nutrition certification, you will learn the science of nutrition, what food is, and how to help clients create healthier eating habits. So all of these make up the Health and Wellness Coach diploma. However, you are able to take each of these courses individually. For example, should you want to only become a life coach, you can do that by itself. Should you only want to do nutrition, you can do that by yourself. And as a brief overview, this is what the different components look like. So our life coaching and EI training, you can see some of the modules we cover. The science of the mind, mastering mindset, values, belief systems, emotional regulation, and then of course the coach-specific training. We teach you coaching frameworks and models so you can have conversations with people that create real change. In the PT and nutrition section, you will be going through the fitness element where we look at fitness foundations, program design, weightlifting, cardiovascular training, as well as nutrition. How to eat, what to eat, and how to convince someone to give up their donuts for some chicken breasts. But we still keep a bit of donuts in because carbs are life. So team, that is the basics of the Health and Wellness Coach Diploma. It is a 6-month program. We have online workshops twice per week. We have a WhatsApp community group that we post in daily. There should be, I believe some of you have already gone through some of our programs. You can attest to this. We are always on the group. We are always here for you personally. And of course, when we are in Doha, we run practical sessions. You can join us for workouts and we can join us for live workshops in person. So this is the Health and Wellness Coach Diploma. This is our core program that creates coaches. However, you can also go into our modalities, such as Pilates. Who here is doing the Pilates certification? Just raise your hand if you're doing Pilates. Awesome. We'll be seeing you guys very, very soon in person. Yes? And as a Pilates coach, for example, yes, you get to deliver Pilates, but we would highly encourage you to develop your core coaching skills so you can have those powerful conversations, so you can add other elements of fitness and nutrition to your program. But overall, team, it doesn't matter what course you take, how you help people. What matters is that you make a difference, that you build a career where you help others grow. All these courses are simply different ways to achieve that. And there is no right or wrong way. So team, before we go into the Q&A section and we finish off, I'd like you to do one final activity for me. Sit up in your chair nice and tall, relax your shoulders. You can close your eyes for this if you'd like, or you can keep them open. Take a deep breath in. Now I want you to visualize this. I want you to visualize that you're sitting in a car. The car is parked, but you're hesitant to get out of the car. You have a bit of anxiety in your stomach, and you're nervous for the thing that you're about to do. As you look out of the window, you can see people walking to the top of a hill. Some people you know, some people you don't. You take a deep breath. You get out the car. As you get out the car, the wind is really crisp and cold on your face. As you start to walk up that hill, you can hear the crunching of the leaves underneath your feet. That anxious feeling starts increasing a bit. As you reach the top of the hill, you see people gathered around something. And you notice that many of them are your family members, your friends, your work colleagues. And as you get through the crowd to the middle, you realize that this is a funeral. And when you look in the casket, you realize that it's you. And all these people are here for you. Now rewind 24 hours and you're on your deathbed. The doctor has told you it's not a matter of weeks or days, it's a matter of hours. Hold on to that feeling for a second. Take a deep breath in. And now I want you to answer one very simple question for yourself. When I reach my deathbed, what will I regret not giving back to the world? And take a second to really think about that. Take one more deep breath. Open your eyes. Quite heavy for a Saturday morning. But team, the reason we do this is not to be depressing. We do this because we only get to live once. The only guarantee in life is that it will end. So we propose this question to you so you take action. If giving back to the world for you means becoming a coach, then we want you to do it. Whether it's with us, whether it's not with us. Our goal is simple, to build more change makers. So I want you to think about that question. Ask yourself, what will I regret not doing? And whatever that thing is, I encourage you to do it. Because what's the worst that could happen, right? Team, give yourself a round of applause. Well done for putting in the work and being here on a Saturday morning. It has been such a privilege to be with you, to hear about your stories and to learn about your journeys. We really hope you've taken value out of today. Like we said, our absolute only requirement is that from today, you make a decision that's going to push your life in the right direction. So with that being said, team, we've shared the details. You know who we are. Now it is an open Q&A. Team, if you need to go, if you need to head off, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Now, team, one thing I'd like to say before you go, if you want to sign up for any of these courses, if you sign up before the end of the week, because you are on this workshop and only because you're on this workshop, you will get 5% off any course that you enroll in if you sign up before the end of the week. Now, team, what I'd like you to do, open the chat box and tell us, what was your biggest win from today? What did you enjoy most about today's session? And if you have any questions about these programs, now is the time to ask. Ask us on the chat, let us know your questions and concerns, and tell us what you enjoyed about today. What was your favorite part? What was your biggest win and your biggest takeaway from joining us here today? Our next intake for our personal training course and our health and wellness course is January 7th. Our life coaching course begins on January 26th. The Pilates certification is completely full for this round, but in June, we will be back for another round of Pilates certifications. So I'm going to leave this Q&A open for the next few minutes. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. If you do want to enroll in any of these courses or learn more information, team, please WhatsApp us directly. And as I said, if you enroll before the end of the day or the week rather, you will get a 5% discount on anything that you sign off on. Awesome. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Zoom user. I'm not sure what your name is, but thank you. And Deepti and Doreen. Beautiful stuff. Love the positivity. That's what it's about, guys. It's about raising the energy, increasing the positivity. So Alex says, what time exactly are the days of the health and wellness course? So your health and wellness coach certification includes your PT certification and your life coaching. You can begin with whichever course you prefer. If you join the PT course on January 11th, we run workshops online every Sunday and Tuesday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Doha time. If you join our life coaching certification, it's every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. Doha time. And both of those run for 12 weeks. Once that 12 weeks is over, you still have 1 year of membership to the program, which means you can re-attend the course. You can still engage in the community. You can ask us questions and you can have access to all the online content. Awesome, Amy. Thank you so much. Very excited to see you as well. Hope you have a lovely rest of the year. So those are our start dates, team, for this coming January. Personal training course on 11th of January and the life coaching course on the 26th of January. Reem says, regarding the Pilates, which levels are offered, our Pilates certification is a level 3 diploma in Pilates, and we offer both mat and reformer certifications. Awesome, Disha. No problem at all. We are so grateful that you are here. Thank you, Doreen. I hope I'm saying your name right, by the way. So lovely to have you here with us. And of course, team, on top of that, if you ever have any questions about the coaching industry or anything else you need, you can always reach out to us on our Changemakers group. And as an added bonus for all of our programs, we include a 6-week-long business skills training called Passion to Profit. Reem asked, do you offer group instructor certifications? Yes, that is on the way. That will be coming up hopefully mid-year or the end of the year. Zumi user says, can I join the Reformer soon? Yes, so in June, we will have the next Reformer training open. Unfortunately, everything is completely full this time around. As we know, you cannot throw a rock out of your window in Doha without hitting a Pilates studio. So there's a very high demand for this. Serene says, can we take health and wellness coach after finishing the PT? Yes, of course, Serene. So the way that works is once you've done your PT, to upgrade to health and wellness, you simply need to do the life coaching program. So as soon as you've done with your PT, you simply jump onto the life coaching and that will complete your health and wellness coach diploma. And once again, Serene, I know you're joining us for PT, so you can drop us a WhatsApp and we can assist you with that. For everyone who's here, if you are on any of our courses, please do let me know right now. I know some of you are on Pilates, some of you might be on the PT already. Deepti says the timings are flexible. Just let me know which course you are referring to, Deepti. Usually the course workshops are set. However, for all of our courses, we always record the session, just like this one, and we upload it to our course platform, which means if you cannot for some reason attend the live session, you will be able to rewatch it on the course platform. We also have a mobile app where you can review all of the courses, all the recordings, and all of the resources that come with it. So let me know if that answers your question, Deepti. Fantastic. All right, team, any other questions? Let me know. We are here for you. Fantastic. So Deepti, on the app, it is all of our courses. So if whatever course you enroll in, you will get the self-paced version of that on the app, which means you can do it in your own time, or you can join the live sessions and simply use the app to catch up any sessions that you have missed. So that is the breakdown of the mobile app and the online course platform. All right, fantastic, team. If there is no other questions, we will bid you farewell and say thank you so much for joining us today. Like I said, you have our numbers, you're in the WhatsApp group. Remember that special discount that's on only for this week. If you'd like to join, WhatsApp us personally or send us a message in the group. Team, thank you so very much. Have a lovely day and we will see you again soon. Goodbye.
Recording stopped.
All good?
Yeah. I'm not going to go to...
All good there?
Yeah.
Anything wrong?
Lisa was on the last one as well.
She's an old IFA student. I think she just comes for the yes.
Yeah, I also think so. Nice, I think that went well.
I think it went well.
I think it went as good as it could have gone.
Yeah. I'm sure that we get some sign-offs.
Yeah.
South Africa, I didn't change my life, open doors I didn't even know existed. Beautiful.